Light, please. We need more light. Get that person up there. Light,
Here
man.
we go.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we are again. How are you doing today? Como ça va, my love?
Yeah, it's always a surprise, isn't it? Well, for me anyway.
Today's a
I
surprise.
never know what you're going to talk about.
Well, you know, we know that the 50th anniversary Layla box set is about to come out on the 13th.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a double 4 LP vinyl box set with 2 CDs.
Yeah,
And
bunch of new songs.
There's some
I think.
surprises on there. You have about 9 songs on there. Okay, and maybe you can explain some of these sessions that you had in which some of these songs are on, like High, Snake Lake Blues, Evil, Mino Frisco. One More Chance. What is that?
It's just a song that I think Eric, I don't know if we all share writers on that or not, but they all kind of created, themselves. He bought a upright grand piano for me to play at Hurtwood, and I think that piano's still there. But the first song that we did was Snake Lake Blues in C minor, and then a version in C major. And that was really about and that's on that. It was going to be on what would have been our second studio album, but now it's like a historical.
It's coming out on
thing.
this box set. Some of those things.
Yeah. But Snake Lake is what we used to call the Reelfoot Lake in northwest Tennessee, in Tipton County. I think it's Tipton County.
So
No, it's not.
Snake
Tipton
Lake
County.
Blues
Lake County.
must have been your idea, Snake Lake Blues.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just sat down and started playing it, and because he wanted to do something. He had an acoustic guitar, and it just happened, one of those things when the piano came. And
Did you have lyrics for Snake Lake Blues?
did what?
Did you have lyrics, words?
No, we never got around to any lyrics. It was just I wanted to, but there's not much you can say about a lake except there's fish in it,
Well, knowing you,
And this one has some snakes in it. Some pretty
Knowing
serious
you.
snakes.
you would have come up with something. So it's a instrumental then. It's just a jam.
Yeah. We did, but we recorded it. We recorded it C major and then C minor as well. So,
Okay,
so we had
two versions of it.
Yeah, 2 versions of it.
Well,
But
a bit
everything
like your
fell
version of
together. I beg your pardon?
I was gonna say it's a bit like your version of Bell Bottom Blues. You include or don't include
The E major.
right that Eric does.
Well, you know what? When we did that on the Jules Holland show, he goes do 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 the major down down down, and I said, "What's that?" And he said, "You don't play the major?" I said, "I never played the major." Because when we did it, when we did it for Jules, I did it all in C, C major,
Right.
no E major in it, so it's just like C, F, and G with a minor or something fall back on it. But no, I said because what the deal was when I played it on the organ, so his major was over here, and I bridged the gap for it to be. I didn't even have to play it,
Right.
That's the nature of the organ because it just kind of bridged that gap, and I didn't play a full out E major on it. Well, after Jules Holland show, he had to go do something with Carlos Santana in Japan. But when he got back, he did Bell Bottom Blues with the London Philharmonic, and it was E major every time you turned around. They really stressed the point.
It was the first. Well, that was the first time that they had put your name on it, and they sort of dedicated it to you on that particular recording, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, well, I'd put my name on it on my
but what
record
I'm
on
saying
the
is
wall.
the legalities part of it
yeah.
was done, and it was really nice.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
That was beautiful.
It really was a big deal for me.
Yeah.
Because, it's still a big deal. That whole thing, both, this, it was supposed to happen the way it happened, Everything is just unfolding. Nothing goes back. A leaf that bends back tends to die, But everything was just happening, and it was unfolding and unfolding. Well, that's what my life has been like.
It's
unfolding,
experience.
and the same thing was going on with this record.
Right.
That's why we would never turn around and do it again, or go back in. Let's go back in and do so and so. No, we'd already done it,
I think you all took it as far as you could go.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it was so powerful.
Yeah.
So it's a 4 LP vinyl box set. So included in that also is Mino World, Roll It Over, the Phil Spector, Roll It Over produced song, and Tell the Truth. Can you tell us about the Tell the Truth and Roll It Over a little bit?
Yeah, well, Roll It Over. Eric and I had this, we worked together. We were meant to write songs together, like Lennon and McCartney and Richards and Jagger. But everything we did, Tell the Truth. Why does love got to be so sad? Bell Bottom Blues. Everything we wrote was just, was a natural. It came really easy. We didn't have to struggle for it. But we said, what are we going to write about? You want to write about something today? We're in the TV room. I said, well, let's write a clean, dirty song, And that's what
That's so Bobby.
Yeah, that's what Roll It Over is. and it was. It's a clean, dirty song and a lot of fun around a groovy song.
How was that when that writing was going on? How was that? Was it a little awkward or what?
No. I don't think so. I've never felt real awkward, doing it, except, one time we tried to do it once and it just didn't seem right to perform that one live. I didn't realize it was going to have such an impact and last so long. I might have thought something just going to lay right there. Oh, God almighty, what have I got myself into?
Well, did you like the actual recording? I love the song.
Yeah, the recording was just great. The whole thing was just great. And when we did Tell the Truth, I think we did it that fast, just because we were so tired of doing it. We've been jamming it at the house at Hurtwood, and then. I don't know, Eric would do that from time to time. He'd come out in left field and it was either going to wear you out this way or that way. It was a lose-lose situation for me on a grand piano, or Tell the Truth, I got to tell you. Sometimes they would go on for what seemed like hours, but it was like 14 or 15 minutes. But banging away on a grand piano, especially in those days, I couldn't hear anything. That's why I had the top up. And so that's about what I heard.
But these two were recorded during the All Things Must Pass.
Yeah, that was part of our deal with George, that we would be the core band for the All Things Must Pass record, and he would let us, since we were in the studio already, let us have put down a couple of songs. And so we decided to do Tell the Truth, and the too fast version, and Roll It Over. But it had that wall of sound thing to it, because Phil Spector was the producer of it.
Of course.
And we didn't think about, wow, the label, the office is probably going to release this on the label. We just did it and went on our way. The next thing you know, they said it was our new single. Hell, Tell the Truth was the new single. We said, you got to pull it, man. That ain't we just wanted to record those things. We wasn't thinking about releasing them because that didn't sound anything like us.
Well, you weren't even really formed at the time.
No,
as a
we
band?
we were headed that way. You
So
know,
let
as
me
soon
just-
as Jim got there and Carl got there, they came out to Hurtwood, and it all just fell together. You know, I mean, we had Dave Mason initially as well.
Oh, I got to ask you. You were in the middle of recording "All Things Must Pass." Was it in the middle that you did this, or at the
Yeah,
end?
yeah.
You're in the middle of recording "All Things Must Pass." Didn't you even think about putting George on this or anybody else?
No.
Nobody even thought about that.
No.
Wow, I'm just curious.
No, in the band, no.
Yeah.
No. Dave Mason had gravitated our way, all right?
Right.
And that whole thing just kind of, everything was so natural. And that's why it worked, you know, from beginning to the end.
So Dave Mason is playing on those 2 tracks?
Yeah, he played on All Things Must Pass 2 tracks.
I'm
that we
talking
did.
about.
He was there.
Oh, he
And he
did.
played on some stuff. Now I don't know what all songs he played on that have to do with George, but he played on those 2 tracks with us. It was Dave and George, Eric, me banging away, and Carl and Jim.
I did not know that.
Yeah. When Dave performed with us, it was gonna. You could see it and hear it that it was had that come together like that. It was going to be more a vocal group, you know, because like when we did what is that beautiful song? I am yours, huh? But anyway, we did it at the Lyceum, and it's just an acoustic number, and the 3 of our voices, just the timbre blended so well, and we complemented each other so well. I mean, that would have been the focal point of the thing, and I believe that's why one of the reasons that he had to leave, because that wasn't going to be.
He seemed to be apparently was upset about the fact that he wasn't in the band anymore.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. You know, you got the same bridges to get happy in as you do to get married in, you know. Put your happy pants on, man.
I think he was good on his own.
Yeah, he did fine. You know, he had a career, and he's still out there doing his thing, you know.
So also they're putting "It's Too Late" from the Johnny Cash show. Got to
Yeah.
Get Better. The things you did during Johnny Cash.
Yeah,
Got to Get Better.
Yeah.
Matchbox and Blues Power.
Yeah,
All
wow.
together.
That part of my life kind of in between the pages of my life, you know. that part of it, that era, that part in the era, and what a great life I've had, you know. I've struggled, but I've struggled. I started out my life struggling, you know, and there's always some sort of struggle in life. I don't care if you're rich or you're poor or you're famous or nobody knows who you are or never will. You know, everybody has struggle and strife in their life.
That's what life is about.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, one thing my dad, he told me 2 things. Well, 3 actually. He said, "You've got a great voice, and you've got beautiful hair, and your trials and tribulations make you who you are." And I went, man, what a great line, you know. And that's true. Our trials and tribulations and how we deal with these things as they unfold for us in life, that's where character comes in, you know, and words like integrity. Pretty much, you know, we have to stop and think about it sometimes. You know, maybe we're losing a grip. You know, we have to face things. You know.
Well, getting back to the 50th anniversary.
Yeah,
and the
sorry,
record,
I got away from that.
That's okay. It happens with you, my love.
Yeah. What it's like opening the doors, you know.
Can you tell us about Evil, Mino Frisco, and One More Chance, if you can remember?
Well, Evils, those are some instrumentals that are on the thing in Mino Frisco. Excuse me. Eric is just running out of stuff to do. That's what it amounts to.
Possibly just getting tired of the whole thing at this point.
Well, it was a lot of alcohol and drugs, heavy drugs were being used, and he and Jim Gordon were not getting on at all. You know, Jim Gordon was difficult at best to be around, but they had already planned, we talked about this before, they'd already planned on doing something, and I was happy to know about it, but I didn't realize Eric was going to go on like a 3-year hiatus, you know. But things are the way they are because they're supposed to have worked out that way. Like this little guy, he always.
So when you were doing this in the studio, was it just really a bad situation, or are you just trying to get through it, or
both?
Okay, so it was bad.
It was a bad situation. Right. We're just trying to get through it. I had to bow out on some of it. So it was like ego. My ego wasn't that big, you know.
So the last songs,
War of the Egos, you know. Not the War of the Roses, the War of the Egos. I'll bow out.
The last few songs on here are High, Gotta Get Better, A Jam, Gotta Get Better. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
What do you remember
everything
about the jam?
It was just jamming. I don't know why. Because that band, that's what we did.
Because there was
never a dull moment.
Was the song completely formed at that time?
No.
Or you were just trying to put it together with a jam kind of thing?
It was just jamming it.
So they got two versions of "Gotta Get Better" on there.
Yeah. There was one.
The jam and the other one.
See, I had to leave, so some of it I wasn't on, you know, because the band broke up and we didn't go back in the studio to finish the album. And I got a chance a few years back. They wanted me to finish.
Well, it was the 40th anniversary.
40th anniversary. Yeah, that's 10 years ago. God dang. But they wanted me to fix it and get to do what I didn't get to do, finish it out. Yeah, and I could really hear, because on the thing it has Eric doing 2 verses and there's really no chorus or anything and no, I wasn't on it, you know, and so they allowed me to finish it out. And when I did, I could listen to what it was without that band without me and that band with me, and I know what role I played.
There was a big vacancy there.
Huh?
There was a big vacancy there. I was there when you did the...
Lord, yeah. It was the difference in daylight and dark.
You did the piano on that and organ and a vocal.
Yeah, and ain't no doubt about my role, you know, and the importance of my role. Aside from, you know, singing and writing all the songs with Eric.
Well, honestly, I think it's going to be a great 50th anniversary release.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to my copy in the mail, you know, and seeing if they do, in fact, have my name on Bell Bottom Blues, you know. I haven't been on anybody's back about it, you know. I haven't called anybody like, make sure you got my name on, you know. I'm assuming they're going to do the right thing, you know. I hope they do.
I'm sure they will. Appreciate it, honey.
Yeah, I do too, you know. I'm grateful for every moment, and I'm happy about life, you know.
Well, happy 50th.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Glad you're still here.
Yeah, it took a half century, didn't it? Okay. George did, in fact, play on Tell the Truth. He didn't play on Roll It Over, but he did play guitar. So on Tell the Truth, it was Eric, Dave, George, and me on piano, Jim and Carl.
That's it, right?
All right, that was it. Yeah.